What's good, YouTube? And welcome to How Many Times Do I Have to Teach You Duelists This Lesson? Type the card in the freaking search bar. The ultra rare out of Battles of Legend Chapter 1 for Darkness Metal, the Dragon of Dark Steel has been bought out. Yet you have a jump ultra rare and a secret again. I just don't understand people not looking around at the other versions of cards that are comparable and buying out at the final price instead of, oh yeah, for just like a quarter more, I could have had a secret rare or a legacy jump magazine promo. It blows my mind. Now, the silver rare version of it is also starting to bump up, as is every version of this card right now. Let me know if you know why. It seems like a combo in piece because it stops you from summoning links the rest of the turn, even from elsewhere. This monster reads 2+ effect monsters with the same type and attribute. You can target one of your monsters that is banished and or in the graveyard. Special summon it to your zone this card points to in defense position, but its effects are negated. Also, you cannot special summon link monsters for the rest of the turn, and the summon monster is placed on the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field, so you better be doing something with it. But yeah, every single version of this card is headed up, but the modern buyout just doesn't make as much sense to me, along with the relisting probably not wanting to make actual sales, but who knows, maybe they're not typing it in. A similar thing is happening with Infinite Impermanence common from the brand new structure deck. Where do I get the latest Imperm? Oh yeah, that's probably the cheapest, except you can see the Rarity collection copies for both the Super Barely being under it now and the Ultra by a good degree, and I get it. Super Rare does look nicer than Ultra Rare, usually depending on the card, in my opinion, and Imperm falls in that, but ultra rare Imperm is definitely better than the common, and it's 50 cents to almost a full dollar under the common price of what it's actually going for out of the Fire King structure deck. So remember, type in the search bar and actually look at what you're buying. It just blows my mind to see this for real. Now, speaking of Infinite Impermanence, the quarter century secret rare has surged even further than when we last covered it. The entire buyout mode through the hundreds has gone, and now the lowest are around 120, but no sales around that price. And I've been shouting this for a while. If you like something from Rarity Collection 1, with the introduction of Rarity Collection 2, even if it flops a bit, a lot of people are going to reach back and buy matching pieces or what they want from Rarity Collection 1 in preparation or during the release of, and you should be getting that sooner than later. Of course, using that TCG player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra to support the channel directly for the cards you'd already be buying. But yeah, Ash Blossom is following similar suit, and it is now just a couple of copies away from going towards $200 here on the front page, and a lot of people have speculated for a while that this would be going up over time versus the ease of pulling each copy. It is the headliner of the set for sure, the most anticipated card for a long time, and when we're looking at the set in general, it really backs the product, and the product gets more and more expensive, now $110 a box lowest. Now with Imperm coming from behind, I expect it to probably stay behind Ash Blossom mostly, but these are the top two front runners, and it's pushing the value of the box even more. Now, I do have an interesting discussion here on Bonfire starting to fall out, in addition to that wanted package that has become even cheaper, ridiculously so, without a ban list and ban list fears being there. Now, it could be a mix of people that wanted the deck having the deck, or a lot of people selling so that I'll get whatever back for the WCQ and not take the L now, and people tired of the mirrors too. I've seen that expressed quite a bit, while other people say, I like this mirror a lot actually. But when it comes down to it, we have to break down something called estimated value pulled. That's what you're going in per box, and boxes often go past that. And then what I call value displacement. When a top card starts to come down, there's two possibilities. The set can either begin to come back down in price, which is hard to do without repopulating the set itself, but it does happen, and we'll give an example of that. Or cards inside that weren't worth as much start to get targeted and bought out and fill that void. Now, Triple Tactic Thrust is a short print in here and has come up a bit over the course of the release. However, I also think that this would be a prime reprint target throughout the end of this year in the reprint cycles. So I don't think that would give the full leg to stand on. People could target the Fighting Flame Swordsman and other Flame Swordsman stuff, and that's probably the other value besides Jet Synchron, which also skyrocketed. But I compare that to the poker cards, where it's going to be fan favorite, but not really super hold in price, in my opinion. Past that, not a ton of value transaction rollback has rolled back in price like it's at Walmart. And yeah, again, really acting similar to the poker cards is the Flame Swordsman stuff. And I think Ancient Chant is definitely undervalued. But there's, again, those two directions it could go. It could end up having a lot of cards just fall out and become King's Copium 2.0, where ban list after ban list did end up hitting the set. Immediately it was F0, and now Rivalry is down in price big time, and people did not really like the Pharaoh's rares. And I agree, Obelisk is the worst looking one. They really improved Pharaoh's rare. They even had the state they did in Mavens, but this has completely flopped over time and gone from, I remember the high being around 80 per box, and now it's just completely sunken. Was even cheaper for a bit, but you can see just over time a continuous decline. So there are two routes that can happen if fire becomes irrelevant, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. This is more just a conversation of singles inside, where they can go, and also where the sealed itself can end up going. Burning Draw is a little interesting tech my Discord has been watching, and most of the versions are up, although you can still get 3-cent versions added on to your order. But it is notably up for both the super and the ultra rare, going double in price, 2 quarters, talking literal penny stonks in here. But it's an interesting card because you're able to target a link monster your opponent controls, draw cards equal to its link rating, only activate 1 per turn, and then you cannot normal or special summon monsters the turn you activate this card except fire. Fire decks are pretty good right now. You can end up drawing a good amount of cards with this, so a lot of duelists are kind of looking at this as a realistic option, and the holographics have started to go, but they still have plenty of quantity, so I wanted to rush, test before you invest, but do be aware people are peaking this as a tech. Battles of Legend, we were talking about this. The Stratos is way up. I did say get that one sooner than later, as well as Absolute Zero also going up, and notably the U-Bell is starting to go up as well. U-Bell just has so many eyes on the deck. People are frothing at the mouth to play it. It's getting future support again, and it's very interesting how real people are taking it, so be aware, a lot of stonks happening within Battles of Legend Chapter 1, and the set's not going off the rails right now, but it is something to actually watch because people are talking pretty well about the set, and usually when that happens, I could see Chaos Emperor Dragon of Armageddon going up, and this not being the most opened and ordered set in the world. There's definitely things to get, before they end up going up in price and you waiting for a reprint again. We talked about number 35, and I guess people didn't realize it didn't get reprinted, and it kind of went ape. So thanks, John Moore. You can actually blame market demand a little bit, but it was already going when I spotlighted it, and now it is $20+ on the market, with people actually starting to pay that price. And finally, I just don't know why Barox is up in price. Let me know if you know. Chimera, I really don't know why this is up and ridiculous, but yeah, still there, $30 lowest. Let me know. Sorry if I sound a bit weird. I'm on medicines right now for this minor health stuff, so definitely have to be drinking more water and all that. But thanks for watching today's Market Watch. It rests for no man, woman, or child. Thank you again. I really like being able to do this and talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! And there's so many things on Twitter also, I've been covering the Neos figure and that 1/1 bust. Not gonna bore you with get to the cards today, but it's been really fun, and refreshing, different aspects of Yu-Gi-Oh! Just besides fire deck, and I've been having fun with that. Thank you.